Yo, what's up guys? In this video we're going to talk about something super interesting. I want to keep this video short, but let's see how it goes. The problem that you would be having, and if you know and if you've been following my channel for quite a while now, procrastination is the reason why I started all this stuff. Even letting go ultimately comes down to me having the ability to let go of the stuff that doesn't serve me and thus being more productive. And that was the entire motivation for doing this thing. However, what practically helps you eliminate procrastination is first recognizing the bias that is keeping you in the cycle of procrastination, and two, eliminating it, of course. So now let's quickly talk about what's keeping you in this toxic loop, super toxic loop of procrastination. And that is I call it the tomorrow syndrome, or even like later. Oh, I will do this 1 hour later, or I'll do this 2 hour later. But that 1 hour later, 2 hour later never comes, right? I actually have an amazing example. So I'm doing this live. I actually didn't plan for this. Let me see if I can quickly pull it up. I actually have a video posted in my community tab. So if you just watch that, I have a beautiful video posted in my community tab. So if you just watch that, let me see. Oh no. So if I have to adjust this alive. Okay. So if I do this, okay. But I guess I can do this. No. Alt. This. Perfect, yes. All right, so let me, if I can window. I actually didn't plan to stream this, but this is such a beautiful example, which is like, so I thought, you know what, it would be a crime not to share this. This video is such a beautiful video, which just illustrating, and the editing also. So this is basically a story of a person who is guys, okay, I have to watch this. So this is basically the story of the person who is overweight. So and it's such a human problem, and this person like talks about why can I see me? I'll put my this thing in the top. Or maybe I didn't want to do this live. I wanted to do this live because I know I don't have the patience to edit this stuff out. So if I just do this, I'm really sorry guys, but I promise you this is like the especially the method is going to be so straightforward, so practical, it's going to blow your mind. But we need to understand the problem really deeply first. Damn, scary. So this is an video uploaded 2014, and here she swears that tomorrow she will start eating healthy and lose weight. You'll see. Guess what happens? This is 2019, guys. She has like, she just gained. Fast, here the video talks about how fast food is designed to be addicting, and people like the companies spend like millions of dollars trying to engineer the perfect chip. Here's actually the the company Lay's, they even have like a mouth simulating thing to like figure out the perfect chip, whatever, the most addicting chip. It's very dystopian and super sad that this is let's come to this, but so here she like shows I'm quickly. So here the thing is, when they gave food for lab rats, right? So everybody, no rat would get fat, but the guy wanted like a fat rat, you know. The scientist wanted a fat rat, so he gave him junk food, and here you go. This is what happened with the junk food, you know. Thing is, junk food kind of bypasses your brain thing, and there's like your carbs, fat, and sugar. When you put this three, your brain associates this with the rare food, but so it keeps snacking and go over limit basically. Thus, you have like an obese mouse. So hey, just give the mouse McT and boom, you know you have obese. What? It's so funny because when I see this knowing what it does, I have an expression of disgust. But you would see here, this person would have the most euphoric expression when she eats them. Watch this. Watch this. Watch. This is a loop we are also falling into if you're procrastinating. This is so dystopian because this is exactly what I did for past couple years, honestly. And it's dystopian for me because I recognize this pattern in myself. And the first step really is recognizing the pattern in yourself as well. Watching this excuse arise in your awareness. You don't have to associate I am procrastinating. Don't think of it that way. Rather think of it like procrastinating is arising in my awareness, and just notice the delicious excuse your brain makes, which is exactly this mechanism has ruined so many potential. It's definitely ruined me to like a considerable extent. It's what's so jarring about this editing clip is that as she says tomorrow, she keeps getting fatter, you know, and in our life it's like, so this is her vice, right? Her vice is gluttony. Everybody has their vice. Some people have pride, greed, lust, you know. Just imagine this gluttony but the same progression, you know, tomorrow, 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 but your actual well-being gets worse and worse, worse and worse. And this person actually does an amazing job being very objective about the situation and just showing the problem not only with a person but also with the industry itself and how the industry itself comes. But that clip itself is so dystopian. And I actually checked on Kimberly now. So if I go here, and this is like a video of a recent video to see whether has she like lost any weight or not. And this is like what. So you think, you know, the problem is whenever she eats something you get like this euphoric high. There's one more thing the video explains so beautifully, which is the dopamine, this combination that Man, you don't see this. You don't see this unless and until you do the mindfulness training and actually watch yourself feeling, getting pleasure from doing the stuff that is keeping you away from being productive, quote unquote. Being productive should be a loving thing. You're not supposed to be threaten yourself. At least that's my opinion. I don't want to be threatened into being productive. I'm trying to find a loving way where I'm genuinely excited to be productive. However, to delegate my energy to something that makes me productive, I have to first eliminate the stuff that is taking away my energy. The energy vampires. This is like one of the energy vampires. One of the seven deadly sins. Deadly, indeed. This is gluttony, right? And every time you indulge in gluttony, you have this euphoric pleasure, almost chemical like high, which is which is which is not the best thing that a person can experience. Honestly, there are other forms of pleasure that I think is much more worthwhile. Look at her eyes, dude. Look at her eyes. She's like, "Yep, this is the high I'm searching. This is the high I'm searching," you know. And this is the same thing that even we do. There's nothing different, and people like criticize her, but the same thing everybody does. And if you're procrastinating, first thing is really acknowledging that, damn, even I do this, and literally what she's doing is just exaggerating the same mechanism that we go through. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. So to acknowledge this is the first step, right? So understanding the problem here is your mind literally releases the chemical high when you indulge in something. You know what's funny? Even I have something. I wanted to do this video. I actually have water in my stove right now and it's boiling, which I wanted to make pasta, but I thought, you know what, I'll make a quick video and then I'll make the pasta because I just took a bath. So the technique I'm about to say today, I actually implemented it. So I think I'll explain that when I do this. Mmm. Mmm. That's a wow. Mm-hmm. So what behavior should I ingrain in myself that'll give me the most bang for my buck? Noticing. Watch my last video, which is meditations. Why meditation is bad or something. I'm probably gonna like retitle it. But the last video is really amazing. I really put a lot of effort into the structuring the video. But if you want to develop an habit that'll really give you a bang for your buck, and that'll a habit that will help you eliminate any habit that you have. I'm not joking, it exists. It's just noticing it is the first step, because the moment you notice it, you're out of the grasp of this very human nature, you know. So the moment you notice it, the more times you notice and become aware of this pattern in your direct experience, in this moment right here, right now, you would actually let go of it. Yeah, actually watch this video. I think it's also an educational video. Let me see if I'm missing something else. Anyway, I think this is enough of this thing. Let me directly go. Yo man, what's up? Just remove this and let me. Oh, I have to do this. Mhm. So this is the second technique of how do you actually um, let go of it. So this is the technique, guys. This technique is amazing, and whoever tuned it now, I think they are in the best thing. So how do you eliminate procrastination? Simple. We are gonna do something called state building. Now, what state building is, and this concept really comes from pickup industry. So pickup industry, if you don't know, is an industry where guys try to like pick up women. So they go cold approach women and they ask them out, and you might think, wait, what does that have to do with the productivity and procrastination? It's a direct correlation, because the way they eliminate the pattern there, they call it approach anxiety. So the way they eliminate the approach anxiety there, it's the same pattern we're going to do to eliminate the procrastination, because an anxiety like sensation comes to stop you. So in pickup, what they do is they do something called state building. What state building is you go and you start approaching people. Okay, so the first person you approach is gonna suck. It's gonna be the worst thing ever. All right. However, that the point of you approaching the first person is not to get their approval or get their number or have like that magic moment connection or thing. No, the first approach is to build the state. So you approach a person, you get rejected, then you approach another person, you get rejected, then you approach another person and you get rejected. Once you do this 10 times, each time you get rejected but you're talking, you're building your state, and that's what they called it. I'm building my state. When, as irrespective of whether it goes well or it goes bad, I am building my state. State is like this state. So as the night goes on and as you just get comfortable going, approaching people, getting rejected, you're like, yeah, whatever, and then approaching another person, getting rejected or whatever, you get to that point. So you have like high state now, and in this state you have like the most favorable chance to pick up women, I guess. But we're gonna do the same thing even in our life. So right now we're gonna like build a state in your own life. Now what does that look like? I was thinking about this today morning. I just as I showed in this video, and I really didn't want to do anything. I was like super lazy. And it's so cold as well, so I just lie down in my bed, and everything is like a mess. You know, my clothes are in my laundry basket, and I thought, you know what? I understand this state building thing, but how do I implement it practically? So I had to like pick up the least barrier task. Like, you know what, I'm gonna like I'm gonna like wash my dishes. I haven't washed it for like some 4 days, you know, bachelor life. I haven't washed it for like quite some time, so I'm gonna like wash my dishes. As I wash my dishes, I thought, okay, you know what, I don't actually want to wash my dishes, but I'm just washing my dishes to like build my state. So once I washed my dishes, I thought, you know what, I might as well clean the counter, clean the cooking thing, clean that. And then I thought, you know what, as I clean my counter, I'm building state. Remember, clean my counter, I'm gonna like make my bed and also like make my clothes as well. So I make my clothes. So as the process continues, I'm building my state. All right. And once that goes on, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna like take a bath. Actually, I wanted to make this video. I actually didn't want to make this video, and that's the reason I'm live, because I was too lazy to edit and stuff. But as I it's what's funny is that I actually wanted to make pasta, because I was building state. You know what, I'm gonna like make a beautiful pasta, I'm gonna eat it. Actually, there's water boiling in my kitchen stove now, but I'm here talking to you guys. I guess, you know, it's water, it's not gonna catch on fire, right? So I'm here making this video. So if from the point of me sleeping in the bed right there, okay, to right now having taken a bath, having my dishes done, and being here live making this video, putting the content out and stuff like that, I'm building my state. Do you notice it? Similarly, it really doesn't matter if I didn't wash my dishes or not. But even if it doesn't matter, I'm just gonna like keep trying to do small things, and I just keep building state. I'm building state is really just a thing that just help you remove that barriers. Because what happens, let's say I want to study right now, I'm like super lazy, I want to study, the barrier is like too high. You see, it's like a physics concept, but the difference is too high. So as you're building state, you're like reducing the difference. It is so much easier for me from this state, having taken a bath, making this video, to do something a little bit more productive than studying, compared to I just woke up, I'm in my bed, the room is super cold, I don't want to leave my bed. From that to, let's say right now, it's super hard. So but we have like build the state, you see. Building state is the way to reduce procrastination. But of course that is the technique which I think you might find somewhere else. Of course you won't find this exact technique anywhere else, but to enhance it even more, because I don't want to give you a technique where you are using a fear-based response, where you're watching like a motivational video of a person yelling at you and they're like, you do this. No, I want you to be productive in a way, or I'm trying to like find a way where I can be productive, where it's a loving thing to do. It's the most exciting option to choose. That is what this method is about. This method is not this method is not only about creating the state and building it, but throughout this process you are also having this habit of noticing just what's happening in your awareness. Even if you, let's say you try to build state, let's say I try to wash my dishes but I didn't feel like washing, but just noticing that itself, it decreases the strength of the addiction, the unconscious addiction within you. It decreases the strength every time you notice it. Every time you notice, damn, this actually doesn't serve me, in your direct experience, it decreases strength. So as you combine these two, where you're noticing and building state, as you combine these two, what will actually happen is your building state will become faster and faster, and will be less and less anxious. So, and it's also, you can use it in different situations, not just being productive but also having a amazing mental health. Even if you're in a situation where you are feeling anxious, let's say you're presenting on a stage or something. I did public speaking, so before going you get like a stage fear, right? They call it stage fright. Yeah, but just noticing the stage fright, you realize, oh my god, you know what, this is not stage fright, this is actually excitement, and like a switch happens. But that switch to happen, you gotta notice. What noticing it does, it allows you to remove that vice-like grip that your unconscious behavior have on you, and the clinging of the mind will like soften, because your mind really doesn't want to cling. It's your mind that was like 10 years ago, that version of your mind wants to cling. But when this version of your mind, today's version of your mind, recognizes that, oh damn, I'm clinging and this doesn't serve me, your mind will automatically let go. Of course, if you recognize it doesn't serve you, and if you're like, Prem, you know what, I'm noticing it, but I'm not letting go, that means it does serve you in some way. So you gotta like notice and see where does it serve you. All right, so notice within and see, wait, how does this serve me? Like, how does me like sleeping in bed and so being so snuggly and being like in a corner, how does that serve me exactly? Okay, it's comfortable, and this, let me see what happens when I try to leave, and you get this like surge of like almost like an energy that like comes to like stop you, and you like start noticing all this, right? But the more you notice, the more the vice-like grip that the unconscious has decreases. That's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I would love to hear it. The water is boiling. Pass thumbs up. I really have to go, but I hope you guys